James Dean, an enigmatic icon of American cinema, is often remembered as the very embodiment of youthful rebellion. Born in 1931 in Marion, Indiana, Dean's life was a story of raw ambition, talent, and intensity, a pursuit that took him from a quiet Midwestern upbringing to the dazzling yet demanding world of Hollywood. Despite his brief career, his performances in Rebel Without a Cause, East of Eden, and Giant have left an indelible mark, casting him as a symbol of the misunderstood, brooding young man. His untimely death in 1955, at the age of just 24, further etched him into Hollywood lore, creating an aura of mystery and an enduring fascination with the man behind the roles. Dean's career spanned only a few years, yet his portrayal of complex, sensitive characters struck a chord with audiences worldwide, making him one of the most enduring symbols of 1950s American culture. His image, intense eyes, disheveled hair, and casual attire came to represent a defiance that resonated with the youth of his generation. Today, Dean remains more than a Hollywood legend. He stands as an emblem of unfulfilled potential, leaving fans and historians alike with a sense of what might have been. However, there is another layer to his legacy, a lesser-known chapter about the home that briefly offered him a haven in Hollywood. The house that witnessed his transformation from struggling actor to a star on the brink of fame. One of the most poignant aspects of James Dean's story lies not in his films or public appearances, but in a Spanish-style home tucked away in a quiet Los Angeles neighborhood. Built in 1927, this 4,000-square-foot residence was originally owned by Hal B. Wallis, a prominent Warner Brothers producer behind classic films such as Casablanca. Set on a double lot of over 11,600 square feet, the home was designed in a style that captured the charm and elegance of 1920s Hollywood, a place where rising stars and industry icons could escape the intensity of their careers. Its secluded, ivy-covered walls and Mediterranean architecture provided a sense of calm that contrasted with the fast-paced entertainment industry. Dean's connection to this home began humbly, and perhaps that humility is what makes his story there so compelling. In the early 1950s, as a young and struggling actor, Dean found work as a handyman for Wallis, taking on small household tasks and odd jobs to support himself while he auditioned for acting roles. Wallis allowed Dean to stay in the guest house, a modest private unit on the property. For a year or two, this guest house became a refuge for Dean, a place where he could live cheaply while focusing on his dream of breaking into Hollywood. The significance of this period in his life lies in its juxtaposition. Dean was a young man on the cusp of greatness, yet here, in this guest house, he lived a modest existence, pursuing his ambitions quietly and determinedly. During his time at Wallis's residence, Dean was surrounded by Hollywood's influential figures, giving him an indirect exposure to the industry that fascinated him. Wallis, known for his keen eye for talent, hosted gatherings for his entertainment industry colleagues, and it was during one of these gatherings that a casting director noticed Dean, struck by his intense presence and unique charisma. This encounter would prove to be a pivotal moment, leading to Dean's eventual casting in Rebel Without a Cause, the role that would solidify his place in Hollywood history. Dean's rise to fame was almost as swift as his tragic end. Rebel Without a Cause, which depicted a disillusioned youth searching for identity and belonging, resonated deeply with audiences. Dean's portrayal captured the inner turmoil and longing of his generation, transforming him into a cultural icon. But the fame came with a price. Dean, who was known for his sensitivity and introspective nature, found himself thrust into the public eye, an experience that would be both exhilarating and overwhelming. His brief stay in the guest house was one of the last moments of privacy he would know, a period when he could still walk unnoticed and live without the intense scrutiny that accompanied his celebrity. The house itself, however, continued its Hollywood story even after Dean's departure. In the decades that followed, it became a beloved residence for actress Doris Roberts, best known for her role on the hit sitcom Everybody Loves Raymond. Roberts moved into the home in the 1970s, and her presence added a new chapter to the property's legacy. For over 40 years, Roberts made the house her own, creating an inviting space that welcomed friends, family, and colleagues from the entertainment industry. The house itself retains much of its original 1927 architecture, a rarity in an area where modern renovations often obscure the past. Many of the original features, including steel casement windows, hand-carved wooden details, and classic Mediterranean elements, remain intact. These details evoke the spirit of old Hollywood, offering a glimpse into the lifestyle of the era's elite. The spacious backyard, framed by tall hedges, includes a private, heated pool that provides a sense of seclusion, a perfect retreat from the demands of public life. Here, amid the trees and ivy, one can imagine a young James Dean escaping the pressures of suddenly risen fame. This home is more than a structure. It stands as a physical testament to the Hollywood Golden Age and the icons who once inhabited it. Unlike many properties in Los Angeles, which have been heavily modernized, this residence maintains a timeless quality, allowing those who visit to step back into the world of 1950s Hollywood. Its historic charm and connection to Dean's early career make it a significant part of his legacy. The house, one of the largest on the block, continues to stand out, not for its size, but for its place in Hollywood's collective memory. James Dean's story, though brief, remains one of Hollywood's most compelling tales. His role in Rebel Without a Cause captured a generation's discontent and restlessness, a universal experience that resonated with audiences worldwide. Today, Dean's legacy endures, not only through his films, but in the spaces that once sheltered him, like this home. The residence on this quiet Los Angeles street is more than just a house. It's a symbol of Dean's journey, of the young actor who found himself on the brink of fame, and of the Hollywood he helped shape. Though his time there was short-lived, the house reflects an essential part of Dean's path, representing both his struggle and his success. The guest house where he once stayed has been incorporated into the main residence, preserving a physical connection to his memory. This small part of the property, where Dean lived as a young dreamer, is a poignant reminder of his beginnings and his enduring impact. The house has been a witness to his transformation from a struggling actor to an icon whose influence is still felt today. In a way, the home embodies the spirit of James Dean himself, timeless, haunting, and full of potential left unfulfilled. Its walls carry whispers of Hollywood's golden past, of gatherings that led to pivotal moments, of quiet nights where dreams were born and nurtured. This residence is a tangible piece of Hollywood history, a place where those who admire Dean can connect with his memory, imagining him not as the legendary figure on the screen, but as a young man chasing his dreams in the city of angels.
Thank you for watching. Comment below what historic archive you want to explore next, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.